Hey Ospreys, I'm Ashley Glocky,
I'm John Watson,
and this is Spoilercasts. Today we are reviewing Frozen 2.
Elsa, the past is not what it seems. You must find the truth. Go north, across the enchanted lands, and into the unknown. But be careful. We have always feared Elsa's powers were too much for this world. Now we must hope they are enough.
I won't let anything happen to her.
So coming in before the movie, I watched Frozen beforehand, a few years back. So I knew that Elsa and Anna were, pretty interesting people, I guess. They have some powers. Well, Elsa does, and Anna's just like the sidekick who leads Elsa in the right direction. So that's what I know before coming into this movie.
Alright, so before going into this movie, of course, I knew that it was probably one of the most highly anticipated Disney sequels ever. I mean, Frozen just, literally froze the world and turned it upside down with its huge popularity and how big it became. I don't think Disney even had an idea how huge the original Frozen was going to be. So, it was a fantastic movie, the first one, and it's, Disney's had its way, especially in the past, with, building up an incredible sequel. We've had it with other Pixar films, with Wreck-It Ralph and Finding Nemo and stuff, with Finding Dory. So I was really interested to see how they were going to continue on Frozen, because I thought it had the perfect ending. But I watched this movie, and honestly, I don't think it could have any better of an ending than the way that Frozen 2 ended it. So I was really excited going in to see how they were just gonna finish off this amazing story.
Looking forward to, honestly, the animation. I love to see what Pixar and Disney do these days, and they're all kind of similar, so it's really interesting with their animation. Also, the storyline. Sequels usually aren't that good with storylines, so I kind of want to see how that went.
What was I looking forward to? I was definitely looking forward to the music, because, the music from the first one was just incredible. So I was definitely looking forward to see what they were going to do in the second one, and they did not disappoint. The music in this movie is phenomenal.
So this is your spoiler alert.
Okay guys, huge spoiler alert for the little amount of people who have not seen this amazing Frozen movie. Please do not watch the next bit if you have not seen this movie, because we are going to be talking full depth into this movie, talking about it in all its magical, beautiful ways. So if you have not watched Frozen 2 yet, please stop. But if you have, keep watching.
Summary of the film. It's been a minute since I watched it, but basically, Anna and Elsa are living in the castle. They're kind of bored, but then Elsa goes and, she's hearing things, so she goes to check them out in this big forest. The forest, there's a dam, and the people in the forest have been stuck in time for 40 years, but they've just been living their lives. It was really interesting. So Elsa has these weird quest, and then blah blah blah, the dam breaks, and she breaks the dam, and then water flows to Arendelle, and then Guess everything was good.
Alright, so this movie starts off basically where the original Frozen ended. So Elsa is now Queen of Arendelle and she's taking up that responsibility. But of course her powers, they're still getting very strong. Of course she can control them a lot better now after we've seen the first movie. But she's still having, you know, some conflict and she really feels like she doesn't belong in Arendelle or as the Queen. Anna and Olaf, you know, they're best buds. They're really adorable and cute together. And Kristoff is trying his absolute best to propose to Anna, but anytime he does, it's just something that he says or the moment or something, it just doesn't really happen the way that he wants it to. So he goes through multiple times trying to propose to her, but it doesn't really work out in the beginning of this movie. And then after she sings her song, she awakens the elements. Like Arendelle starts as like an earthquake and all the fire is taken out so nobody can see, there's no light, and it's just this huge like big catastrophe in Arendelle. So good old Kristoff's family, the trolls, come. He tells Elsa that she needs to go to this enchanted forest which is going to have the answers to everything. So they head on over. So it's Anna, Kristoff, Elsa, Sven, and Olaf. They make it there and they find out that there's been these groups of people that have been stuck in the enchanted forest since as long as they could remember. The people, there were Arendelle people and people in the enchanted forest who were stuck in there by this mist. So they somehow get into the mist and Anna and Elsa and the rest of the gang meet these people and they kind of find out what happened. Their mom was from the Enchanted Forest and their dad is from Arendelle, so they're a bridge between these two, you know, opposing sides, these different worlds. So, and that she's going to find the fifth element, which is what's calling to her. So she then goes off and she tries to find the fifth element, but Anna and Olaf want to come along and help her. They find the shipwreck, they see what happens, and they find out that they were on the ship to go to Achatala, which is this river of memories, and it's going to help find out what the source of Elsa's powers is, because as we know from the first one, she wasn't able to control her powers. So, you know, they head on over there, but of course the big shipwreck happens that prevents them from doing so. So Elsa feels really guilty about it, and Anna's like, it's okay, we can do this together, we're gonna go, we're gonna, you know, find this river, we're gonna know everything, we're gonna help the people. And then Elsa's like, yeah we are, I'm doing it by myself. So they didn't know this, but they accidentally left Kristoff and Sven back in the enchanted forest, so they're just doing their own thing trying to help the people in the enchanted forest. And Kristoff is obviously sad because he's trying to propose to Anna and he wants to be with Anna and all that jazz. So they get to Elsa finds the river of memories, but there's a voice, and the voice finds out to be her mom, and it's the cutest thing ever, and the two are singing this wonderful song called Show Yourself and Forest. And the truth is that Arendelle, her grandfather, so the king at the time, built this dam to what he said that was going to help provide them with water, but actually it cut off all the water supply for them, and then so it drowned out all their resources. And then he goes and they have this huge gathering event between the two parties, and then the grandfather goes and kills the chief of the Enchanted Forest. So that's what started this whole thing in the beginning. So Elsa finds that out, but she dives in too deep, so she's actually frozen. Elsa basically dies fast, and then it goes to Anna and Olaf, and then Olaf dies because his like entire being is created from Elsa's powers. So Anna's all by herself in this cave thing that the boat ended up leading them to, and she's so upset because she just lost like two of her closest people in her family, you know, her sister and then Olaf, who's kind of like, I guess, little brother almost. Anna finds Kristoff, so yay, and then the two of them together help break down the dam to help provide the resources back and to give the Enchanted Forest everything that they need, like water supplies and stuff like that. Elsa's unfrozen and she comes back and Arendelle is saved. Elsa turns out to be the fifth element, which is really, really cool, and Elsa ultimately decides to be queen of the Enchanted Forest, and Anna is crowned queen of Arendelle, and Kristoff finally proposes, and it's a really cute scene. Happy endings all around. We have two queens, two sisters, and two lands together, united, and it's just a happy ending.
Very interesting film.
Okay, so my favorite scene in this movie was this hilarious music number by Kristoff. It's called Lost in the Woods, and it's very like NSYNC Backstreet Boys vibes. And if you just if you've watched the movie, if you see the song, you'll just understand it, because it's the funniest thing ever, but it's also such a sweet song because, you know, I guess in past Disney movies, it's about the princess and she's head over heels for the prince. But in this case, Kristoff is completely head over heels for Anna. And it's really cool getting to see a vulnerable side being showcased in the movie from a boy perspective. So I really enjoyed that. And just the song is so catchy and it's just really, really funny. So
Favorite scene in the film? Really liked the little fire dragon. Definitely my favorite part of the film, right when, you know, his little flame goes out and then he's like, oh, what the, you know, that was a pretty funny part of the film.
I think my favorite character would have to be Anna, just because she and I are a lot alike, actually. Out of all the Disney princesses, I think she's my favorite personality-wise, because she and I are like almost identical. So I love just her will and her courage and the like how graceful she is and just kind of how human she is, because in the movie, even if we saw in the first one, like she, you know, when she's waking up and stuff, she has like bedhead. She wakes up like a typical person would, not like in past Disney movies where they wake up and their hair is perfect and they like their skin is glowing. Like like Anna's drooling, and you know, she's representing the real people here. So I think I love her. I love her personality. I love her. I love Anna, just period.
Favorite character? The fire dragon. Homeboy lit up the screen. He didn't even have to say a single thing. There you go.
Rating out of 5 sales, 5 out of 5. I don't need to continue on. It's a fantastic movie. It's a Disney movie. It's a Disney princess movie. It's a Disney sequel. It's a Pixar movie. I mean, you can't get any better than that, as you all have seen from my TV show, Behind the Mouse. I'm a Disney obsessor, so 5 out of 5 for sure.
Rating out of 5 sales? Give it a 3 out of 5. I didn't really enjoy, you know, the plot because it was a little bit felt rushed. It felt like they were just trying to get a sequel out with like no real meaning. And I didn't really get the meaning behind the plot, you know. It was like Elsa's coming of age, and I get why that would be big for like 12-year-old chicks, but like not for me. So that's my 2 cents on the film.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Spoilercast. If there's another movie you'd like for us to review, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I love reviewing these Disney movies. It's gonna be great. I'm pretty sure Onward is next. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. I hope you're all staying safe, and we will see you all super soon.